Hello everyone, welcome back to the new lecture. So in this lecture we'll discuss hot assay versus cold assay concept. So let's start. So now here we'll see about the hot assay versus cold assay. Okay, so here it is written the hot assay or cold assay concept is a method of arranging server rack to separate cold air and hot air, improving cooling efficiency and preventing overheating. So what is the concept? Try to understand. All of you know that servers take in cold air from the front and release hot air from the back. You can see in the image also. So racks are arranged in rows like this, front side facing each other, which is called as a cold assay, and back side facing each other. It's called as a hot assay. So this creates separate path for cold and hot air. Okay. Is it clear? So how it works? Simple. Cold assay located at the front of server. Cold air is supplied here from AC or raised floor, and server pull in this cool air. So this is where server breathe in. Okay. And hot assay concept is what? Hot assay normally, if you see in this image, it is located at the back of server. Can you see the hot air? And hot air is released here. Hot air is then removed by HVAC system. Think this is where server exhale heat. Simple. This is the main concept. Okay. Is it clear? Now here we'll discuss one by one what is a cold assay in detail. Okay. So a cold assay is the space between rows of server rack where cold air is supplied directly to the front of server. Okay. So this is the area where cool air is supplied directly to the server. Simple. Okay. Cold air comes from CRAC or CRAH unit or from the raised floor or overhead. So the sources of cold air, all of you know the cold air is supplied from HVAC system like CRAC or CRAH unit. CRAC means computer room air conditioner. CRAH means computer room air handler. So these units cool the air and push it into the data center. Or the another source of cold air is the raised floor system. Okay. Cool air flows under a raised floor, comes out through perforated tiles into the cold assay. So it is common in traditional data center. And the next source is overhead cooling. Cold air is supplied from above, used in modern design as you have seen. Now here the typical cold assay temperature is written like 22 to the typical practical range is 22 to 25 degrees Celsius. And as per ASHRAE guideline, the temperature range is 18 to 27 degrees Celsius. So this range ensure safe operation of server, energy efficient cooling. Okay. So the main function of cold assay is to supply cold air to server, maintain proper inlet temperature and prevent overheating. The first main function of cold assay is to supply cool air, directly feed cold air to server inlet. And the second, it maintain proper inlet temperature, ensure server receive air within safe temperature limits. And the next, it prevent overheating, means avoid high temperature that can damage components and improve cooling efficiency also. Okay, got it now this thing? Now let's see what is hot assay. So already we have discussed about the cold assay. Now we'll show you what is a hot assay. So a hot assay is the space between rows of server rack where hot air is discharged from the rear of server. Okay, so this is where hot air, or you can say heat, is discharged from the server. Okay. So here the first point which I am explaining, I am trying to explain you simple. You can say the simple explanation. The server pull in cool air from the front. After cooling internal component, they release hot air from the back. So this hot air is collected in the hot air sleeve. Simple. Okay. Next point is given here. Server take cold air from front after absorbing heat. They release hot air from rear. This hot air collect into the hot air sleeve as I discussed. Okay. Since all server back face each other, so all hot air is concentrated in one area, which is called as a hot air sleeve, and this prevent mixing with cold air. Typical hot air sleeve temperature. So as you know that hot air sleeve is much warmer than cold air sleeve. So temperature depends on server load and density. Okay. See the normal data center 35 degrees Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius. So for normal data center around 35 degrees Celsius. And if it is a high performance AI server, so may reach 45 degrees Celsius or more. Okay. And the main function of hot air sleeve is what? Is to collect hot air, means to gather heat from all server in one place and to prevent mixing. Keep hot air away from cold air sleeve, avoid cooling inefficiency, and the next main function is to return heat to cooling system. So hot air is sent back to HVAC unit. It is cooled again and reused. Okay. Is it clear? Yes, am I right? So this is called as a hot air sleeve. Now here we'll show you the arrangement of racks in data center. So first try to understand that what is rack arrangement. See, rack arrangement means how server racks are positioned and aligned inside a data center. The goal is to ensure proper airflow, efficient cooling, easy maintenance. Okay, let's see. Here it is written, rack arrangement refers to the planned position of server rack inside a data center to ensure proper airflow, efficient cooling and easy maintenance. Got it? So why this rack arrangement is important? Because for proper airflow, rack arrangement is important. You know that servers need cool air in and must expel hot air out. So if rack are placed randomly, so the hot and cold air mix and cooling become inefficient. That is why rack arrangement is very important. Okay, proper airflow is very important. And the second, efficient cooling. So good arrangement support the hot air sleeve or cold air sleeve concept. So cold air sleeve goes to server front and hot air is removed from the rear. So this reduce cooling energy and prevent overheating. And the next one is the easy maintenance. Okay, that is why remember the rack arrangement is very important. Okay, rack are arranged in rows facing each other. Now how racks are arranged? Front to front. Okay, front side faces front to front, which is called as a cold air sleeve. Okay, so the front side of two rows face each other. Cold air is supplied here, called as a cold air sleeve. Simple. Next, back to back means the rear side of rack face each other. Hot air is exhausted here, called as a hot air sleeve. Got it? Their typical dimension is given. Typical air sleeve dimension. Cold air sleeve width 1.2 meter to 1.5 meter. It is wider because people work here, equipment access needed here. That is why it is wider. And if you see the cold air sleeve width is showing 1 meter to 1.2 meters, slightly narrower, less human activity na here. That is why. Got it? This is the typical dimension of cold and hot air sleeve. Is it clear? So this is all about the arrangement of racks in data center. Now here we'll see the working principle of data center cooling, okay, in detail. So here I will explain you step by step. So the step 1 is what? Cold air generation. Means the cooling unit produce cold air temperature typically 18 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius. So what happened here? Here the cooling unit like CRAC means computer room air conditioner or CRAH computer room air handler produce cold air. Typically temperature range is 18 to 27 degree Celsius as per ASHRAE guideline. So these system remove heat from returning hot air and cool it again. Okay. Now the second step is what? Cold air supply. Means the cold air is delivered to cold assay via raised floor, overhead duct. Okay. So here what happened? The cold air is delivered to the cold assay using raised floor or perforated tile or overhead duct. The goal is to send cool air exactly where server need it. And the next step is what? Air intake by server. Okay. So here what happened? The server pull cold air from the front side. Air flows through internal component like CPU, RAM, power supply. So this air absorb heat from component. Okay. Now the next step is heat absorption. Okay. So here what happened? The air temperature increases as it absorbs heat. So this convert cold air into hot air. Okay. So this is where the cooling actually happen. The next step, step number 5, hot air discharge. Means what? The heated air exit from the, here what happened in this step, the heated air exit from the rear of the server, it moves into the hot assay. Okay, so all server release heat in the same direction only. For example, if you have 10 server in a row, all push hot air into the hot assay behind them. Then next, step number 6, hot air collection. Here what happened? The hot air is collected in the hot assay. It is prevented from mixing with cold air. Then finally, return to cooling unit, CRAC or CRAH. The cycle repeat again. Okay, got it this point. Next step number 7 is return to cooling unit. So here what happened? The hot air collected in the hot assay is sent back to the cooling unit. Okay, so this return air happen through ceiling return, duct system or direct intake. Okay, the purpose is to bring hot air back for cooling. Simple. And the final next step is what? Heat removal and cooling. So here what happened? The cooling unit removes heat from the hot air. Okay, and uses refrigerant or chill water system. So this is the core cooling process. And then finally in the step number 9, continuous. Here what happened? The entire process repeat continuously and maintain a stable temperature in the data center. So cooling never stop because server always generate heat. Okay. So now we'll discuss about the benefits of hot assay and cold assay design. So in that, the first one is the what? It improve cooling efficiency. As you know that by separating cold air and hot air, mixing is minimized. So this allow cooling system to work more effectively. Okay, cooling is delivered exactly where needed, like in server front. Okay, is it clear? So this is the first benefits of cold assay and hot assay. Second thing, reduce energy consumption. When cooling is efficient, HVAC system like CRAC or CRAH do not need to work as hard. So less energy is required to maintain temperature here. Okay. Then the next benefit, uniform temperature distribution. Cold assay ensures all server receive consistent cool air, avoiding uneven temperature. So no server get too hot or too cold. Okay. Is it clear? For example, in a well-designed data center, all racks receive air at 22 degrees Celsius. No temperature imbalance across rows. Okay. Next is prevention of hot spots. So as you know that hot spots are areas where temperature become dangerously high due to poor airflow. So hot assay design collects and remove heat efficiently. Okay, so without proper design, what happen? One rack may reach 45 degree Celsius hot spot. Okay, and with hot assay, heat is removed quickly, no overheating zone. So these are the next benefit. The another advantage of this hot and cold assay design is what? Better equipment performance. Okay, so the servers work best within a specific temperature range. So stable cooling ensure optimal CPU and hardware performance and increase equipment life. This is the another benefits. Okay, high temperature damage electronic components over time. So control cooling increases lifespans of servers and hardwares. Okay. So in short, you can say that hot assay or cold assay design improved efficiency, reduce cost and ensure reliable operation of data center. So this is all about the benefits of hot and cold assay design. So hope all of you enjoy the session. See you in next one.